always believed in fairy tales, but not the ones with Prince Charmings and happy endings. My fairy tale was always a little darker, a shadow, a whisper, something that catches you and won't let go. And today, that shadow was about to take form, the form of my obsession. The air was thick, heavy with perverse expectations. Every step I took echoed in my chest. I'd heard rumors about him, stories whispered in dark corners, of his power, of his control, but I'd never seen him. Until now. My heart shot up, an incessant drumbeat against my ribs, crying out for him. He was there, his back to me, an enigma wrapped in an impeccable suit. His mere presence dominated the space, filling it with a raw, animal energy. It was as if the air vibrated around him, charged with a tense, delicious promise. When he turned, the world fucked up. His eyes, God, his eyes were an abyss, dark, deep, promising both a fall and utter submission. I felt a fucking electric shock run through my body, from the tips of my toes to the last hair on my head, making them stand on end. It was a sensation I'd never experienced before. Fear and a blazing desire mixed into a dangerous potion, intoxicating me. A smile, barely a sketch, but enough to completely trap me. It was the predator's smile, and I was his willing prey, eager to be hunted. He said nothing. He just approached. Every step was a promise, a threat, an unrelenting advance. My breath caught. I wanted to flee, but my feet were nailed to the floor, begging not to move. It was a gravitational force, impossible to ignore, dragging me toward the abyss of his being. Him. So you're the one who's been looking for me, the one who cries out for me in her darkest dreams. His voice. It was like a siren song that crept into every fiber of my being, waking every nerve. How did he know? How could he know what was in my heart, in my deepest thoughts, in my most forbidden fantasies? I felt exposed, yet strangely safe, as if I had finally found where I belonged, the place where I could surrender completely. Me, I don't know what you're talking about. Him. Oh yes, you do. I felt it. The pull, the curiosity, the fucking yearning that consumes you, the hunger for something more, for something dark. His hand was strong, his fingers long and slender. When our fingers touched, I felt an electric shock run up my arm, a fire that spread. It wasn't just physical contact. It was a connection, a union of souls, a promise of possession. My doubts dissipated, exploding into the air, and only certainty remained. I had found my destiny, my master. Him come. Let me show you a world you'd only dreamed of. A world where your most twisted desires will come true. As he led me through the crowd, I felt eyes on us, but I didn't care. It was as if we were in a bubble, safe from everything else, invulnerable. The promise in his eyes was too irresistible. It was the darkness I'd always craved, the storm that promised calm, the perfect submission. I looked at his back, his imposing figure. I knew that by crossing that door, my life would change forever. And for the first time in my life, I felt no fear. Only a fucking intense euphoria, an uncontrollable excitation. He was the wolf, and I was the lamb. But this lamb didn't want to be saved. She wanted to be fucked, claimed, possessed.